Who would have thunk that the player that's scoring the most FPL points literally ever, he's about to break the record, scores the most FPL points in his first double game week of the season? Nah, you really needed some big brain energy for that one. But if you are a cheeky scrub, much like myself, we did not triple captain the Salah to get 29 more points, to get literally the game week's average points from just Salah triple captain alone. No. We decided to use up a Liverpool slot to get in slot to get 15 extra points instead. 14 less points than triple captain us on the Salah. Unlucky. What should have been more unlucky is the fact that Slot had a red card. Now, they've really, not done this assistant manager chip like an assistant manager chip, because even though Slot got a red card at the end of the Everton game, he does not get any punishment for that. Nothing to Slot. He could have literally died or been sacked. It doesn't matter. He would have still been in my team scoring points, because it's not actually connected to Slot, it's connected to Liverpool and their results. So one, why is it an assistant manager? Because it's nothing to do with the manager. And two, just make it the club chip or the supporter chip or whatever, because it's only to do with the Liverpool results. Obviously, before the Taukaski absolute limbs right at the end, Slot was actually on for a lot of points and would have been a big boy haul for the assistant manager chip for just the first game week out of 3 that you get the manager for. But obviously, that was not to be. Big unlucky, because David Moyes, he's the GOAT. He ended up scoring more points, so he would have been the better pick for the Assman chip. So essentially, getting out Liverpool players for a hit to bring in Slot as the assistant manager, instead of either just triple captain in Salah or just bringing in David Moyes, this ended up being the worst decision possible. Unlucky. I mean, despite that, I've still got 140 points, which may very well be one of my best game week scores ever in FPL, so hey, maybe that is lucky. Because, I mean, the fact that I transferred out Trent for a hit to bring in Slot, and the player I brought in was Branthwaite, who ended up getting 10-pointers. I brought in Pickford for a hit, and he got a 10-pointer. Then Big Boy Munoz got an 11, and Chrissy Wood got a hat-trick for 17, and even some other points around the board. That meant I literally had 140 points with the assistant manager chip, even though I could have had way more with the triple captain. I could have had way more with the David Moyes. But also, if my grandmother would have had wheels, she would have been a bike. So if, but, maybe, could have, doesn't really matter. What happened is this. But what happened is, it just shown us that this assistant manager kind of feels like a half thought out feature. Like, if it is just to do with the manager, then give them the yellow and red cards, give them all of that. If it's just to do with the club, like the points are, then make it the club and not the manager. So my overall reaction, obviously I'm not just saying this because Slot only got 15 points, right? He almost got so much more. Because to be fair, 15 points from a game week chip where you've still got that chip for another few weeks, this chip could actually end up being more points than all of the other chips. Apart from maybe a triple captain Salah this game week, because that's just a lot of points. But the fact that it's 3 game weeks long, the fact that you can use any other chips at the same time, this right here, the very first week of anybody actually using it, is ended up being more of a hindrance than a good thing, just because it's blocked out the other chips. So yeah, again, overall unlucky. What's not unlucky though, is the fact that I still have him for the next double game week in game week 25. So Liverpool have yet again a double game week, which is the whole point of me using the assistant manager chip, because I have back-to-back double fixtures for the manager and also of all of the players, obviously. And then in the third week, they play Man City, so you just transfer him out for anybody else. Because we love using transfers for a chip as well, right? Yay! Now, I don't want to fully judge the assistant manager chip just yet, because, you know, over the 3 game weeks, we're like, no, actually, that was a pretty good chip in the end. But right now, my kind of thoughts are, 1, it should be linked to the manager. But also, because it takes up a Liverpool slot, Slot ticks the slot, that means you're obviously down a Liverpool player. Now, in this double game week just gone, was I more excited to back the Liverpool results or a player scoring points? To be honest, I was way more excited about a player. Even though Gakpo didn't do much, every time he got a chance, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Every time Liverpool scored and looked close to win, I was a bit like, yeah, but it doesn't feel as exciting as actually backing a player to score in fantasy compared to, you know, an actual team. But this is how the team is looking right now, where not only are Liverpool doubling, but also Villa are as well, because obviously they play each other, but Villa are also playing Ipswich at home, so could bring all of the points home too. Right now, I've just got big boy Morgan Rogers, but maybe, just maybe, an injured Wilson could be transferred out, could be subbed in for maybe, I don't know, maybe an Isak, probably not, but we'll see about that. Maybe a Mbeumo. but he could be transferred out for a double Villa player, and then all of a sudden I got double Liverpool with their double Villa with their double, and a slot. Is it classed as triple Liverpool if it's got a slot? I'm not sure. But yeah, if I was to get somebody in for Wilson, it could probably be one of the Villa boysies who are doubling. Now, obviously, Marcus Rashford, not in the Man United kit because he's been snapdragoned up by the Villa on loan for the rest of the season. Even though his minutes, he's getting as many Premier League minutes as me right now. Not many at all, 0. He's probably likely to start one of these games, maybe even both. But the boy I am actually very tempted by is so good, not even FPL can spot him. Because the way he dips, the way he turns, the way he brings out those 6-star skill moves, you just can't stop him. Also, is that just not the outline for Mark Noble? Can I just get Mark Noble in my team instead? Because, I mean, I used to do my FPL graphics like that, and it very much looks like him. So I'm saying this Mark Noble. Let's bring in Mark Noble for the double game week way. But yeah, Marco Asensio, multi-Champions League winner with Real Madrid. He is still a big boy baller. Only 6 mil, right now only in 0.2% of teams. Which is actually quite a lot considering, you know, there's like 10 million odd players. But I am very tempted to bring in Asensio in for a very, very spicy differential. Is he good after that? Absolutely not. But as you saw with my team, I've got all of the depth anyway. He'll literally be my extra attacker, and I'll bring Isak back in the week after. And I could go for a very cheeky punt of the double Villa. Now, is it going to be Asensio? Is it going to be Rashford? Maybe I could even bring in Luca Digne instead of one of my other defenders instead, because, you know, I just hate my life. But yeah, that has been it for my Game Week 25 team selection, and also Game Week 24 assistant manager review, losing to triple captain Salah, which deserves one more big boy. Unlucky! Thanks for watching, and also remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.